Hello listeners, welcome to MSC Conversations. मेरा नाम राधिका है and I am going to be your host for this very exciting conversation. आज we have brought with us somebody who's very popular and you might know her as RJ Hershey. But for me personally, I know her as Arshita, where we went to school together. So, सबसे पहले Harshita, I want to thank you for coming on board and coming and talking to mental health today and telling us all about you and your mental health journey.
Yeah, pleasure is all mine, Radhika.
I think the pleasure is ours in this case. So, I think सबसे पहले Harshita, we were very excited to actually have you on board and talk to you. So, सबसे पहले I wanted to know कि how has this journey been? From being Harshita in school to now being the famous or infamous, I don't know what to say, the famous RJ Hershey that is very, very popular everywhere. So how has it been?
I think, Radhika, this journey is very difficult, I would say. क्योंकि मैं स्कूल की बात करूँ तो मैं बहुत ही शाय और बहुत ही मतलब नॉट सो ओके विद द स्टेज वाली बंदी थी. मतलब आई ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू बी पीछे 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 पीछे, ऐसे कभी फ्रंट पे जाकर के बात करना या डिबेट्स में पार्टिसिपेट करना या फिर एलोक्यूशंस, मैंने कभी भी कुछ भी खास ज्यादा किया नहीं था.
Right.
उसके पीछे बहुत सारी वजहें भी हैं, लेकिन वन ऑफ देम इज क्योंकि मैं कोएड से आई थी. सो वहां पे काफी बार मुझे बुली किया गया था मेरे बॉडी वेट की वजह से. मतलब मुझ पे कमेंट्स भी पास किए थे. मतलब आई मीन गाइज यूज्ड टू डू इट. सो उसने मुझे ना इंटरनली थोड़ा ब्रेक कर दिया था. मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि मुझे स्टेज पसंद बहुत था, लेकिन
Right.
मैंने स्टेज पे जाना इसलिए छोड़ दिया बिकॉज मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि लोग मेरे टैलेंट से ज्यादा मेरी बॉडी को कंज्यूम करेंगे, विच वो मेरे लिए थोड़ा एक अनकंफर्टेबल फैक्टर बन गया था.
Right.
And when I switched my school to La Martiniere, where I met you and my other friends, so wahan pe I felt freedom. I felt liberated because there was nobody to judge me, And I think I remember कि जब हमने क्लास 12th में मिस लमार्टनियर के लिए पार्टिसिपेट किया था, सो मैं बहुत सालों के बाद मैंने ऐसे ओपनली पब्लिकली ऑन स्टेज किसी क्वेश्चन का आंसर दिया होगा या फिर मैंने पार्टिसिपेट किया था. बट दैट डे आई फेल्ट सो हैप्पी दैट आई थिंक उस दिन मुझे वो एक रियलाइजेशन हुआ था कि डूड, स्टेज इज फॉर मी. मतलब दिस गिव्स मी हैप्पीनेस एंड आई कैन डू समथिंग विद इट. इट्स ओके, मैंने पास में इतना टाइम खो दिया being body conscious and all of that, लेकिन उस दिन मुझे realize हुआ था कि नहीं यार, मतलब the stage, this public thing is my thing and let's give it a shot.
Right.
So I went for this mass communication thing and वहां पे जब मैंने अपना मेरा एक सब्जेक्ट था रेडियो, तो जब मैंने रेडियो पढ़ा, मुझे इंटरेस्ट आया, मैंने इंटर्नशिप करी देयर. आई मेट आई वाज स्टार स्ट्रक एक्चुअली व्हेन आई सॉ आलिया भट्ट, फवाद खान फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम फॉर कपूर एंड सन्स. आई एम लाइक ओ शिट, मतलब दिस इज द लाइफ यू आर गोइंग टू लिव. तो मैंने कहा कि यार
Right.
3-4 साल तो मुझे रेडियो करना ही करना है. बट मेरे
Right.
लिए इजी नहीं था क्योंकि इनसिक्योरिटी लोगों का दैट jealousy, you can say. They were insecure of me taking their position. तो क्योंकि शायद मैं बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं थी उस टाइम पे, क्योंकि मेरे पास बैकग्राउंड में कुछ था नहीं. मतलब आई हैड टू प्रूव माई सेल्फ.
Right.
एंड उसमें व्हेन पीपल सी पोटेंशियल इन यू ना, दे ट्राई टू पुल यू डाउन. दैट्स द
Right.
सैडेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द ऑफिस इंडस्ट्री, ऑफ द कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड, कि अगर तुम्हें एक ऐसा बॉस मिल जाए ना जो तुम्हें अपलिफ्ट करे फॉर हु यू आर, अगर वो तुम्हारा पोटेंशियल पहचान करके तुम्हें और अपलिफ्ट ही करे, तो मतलब इट्स अ ब्लेसिंग. प्लीज डोंट लीव दैट कंपनी, आई वुड से. बट मेरे
Right.
साथ बिल्कुल उसका उल्टा था. मेरे से आई फेल्ट कि आई केम बैक टू लखनऊ. मैंने दिल्ली में इंटर्नशिप करी थी एक रेडियो चैनल में, एंड देन आई केम बैक टू लखनऊ थोड़े टाइम के लिए, क्योंकि 3 साल ऐसे घर से दूर थी एंड आई वाज लिटिल होम सिक आल्सो. तो मैंने यहाँ पे ज्वाइन किया लखनऊ में. एंड बीइंग लखनऊ इज अ वेरी, इट्स अ स्मॉल सिटी यार, इट्स नॉट अ मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी. अभी
Right.
तक तो नहीं है, इंशाल्लाह आगे हो जाएगा, आई एम श्योर, जिस तरह से स्पीड से काम चल रहा है लखनऊ
जा
का.
रहा है. Right.
बट तो छोटी जगहों पे ना इनसिक्योरिटीज बहुत ज्यादा होती हैं, अलग अलग इनसिक्योरिटीज होती हैं, मुझे ऐसा फील हुआ वर्किंग देयर एंड वर्किंग हियर. एंड आई हैड टू, आई रिमेम्बर मेरे टीचर ने एक बात बोली थी ग्रेजुएशन में, जब मैंने मास कॉम करना शुरू ही किया था, कि अब तुम लोग इस कोर्स में आ तो गए हो, बट अपने ऊपर मगरमच्छ की खाल चढ़ा लो, क्योंकि अगर नहीं चढ़ाओगे तो जर्नलिज्म नहीं कर पाओगे. Because people will say so many things to you. You will have moments where you will cry, where you will, there'll be emotional outbursts, and people will not be having your back.
Right.
So that statement stuck with me, like, still there with me. कि अपने ऊपर crocodile skin चढ़ा लो ताकि तुम्हें कुछ महसूस ही ना हो. Become emotionless for the corporate world, maybe. And yeah, I mean, I had to fight a lot in the beginning of my career, and especially with my own self being naive and shy, or usko hata karke, coming roaring out to the world. It was the journey.
Right. It sounds like a journey. I mean, at least because I know you from school, right? And when we
Yeah.
were there, and I kind of feel very nice that I was a part, of you where you had that realization that stage is the place for you because we were there, and I have seen that moment live, and being there, and of course, struggles. So we have heard about it before also, and we're going to be like knowing more about it also from you in this session. But looking at where you are today and looking at how much you have achieved today, do you think it's all worth it? Do you think it was the plan that you wanted to follow and you wouldn't want to change anything in the past?
Every second, every second, I think it was worth it. The struggle was worth it. Kyuki, I think today, whatever I am, I'm a very, very, very strong person today. And I think it's because of my past experiences. अगर वो नहीं हुए होते तो शायद आज भी मैं I wouldn't have been roaring like this, to be honest.
Right.
So I think every moment was important.
That's true. So I think Harshita, I saw this one Tapper Tale episode of yours, where you were very brave and you came on stage and you spoke about your struggles with mental illness and how the toxic work environment in the previous job of yours, it kind of really added to that mental illness and stuff. So do you want to talk anything about it? Is there anything you want to tell our listeners, how it affected, what happened?
Yeah, so that was my first job ever, okay? And जब इंसान अपनी पहली नौकरी के लिए जाता है तो वो बहुत excited होता है, because there are so many emotions running in your head that you will be getting money in the end of the month, which you will be earning. Eventually it will be your talent जिससे तुम पैसा कमा रहे होगे. People will be knowing you for your work. Your parents will be getting recognition because of you. So there are so many emotions in your first job when you're going to do that first job. And when your first job turns out to be a total disaster, that happened with me. यार मेरा work environment बहुत ज़्यादा toxic था. मतलब I used to do everything, still people used to say कि मैं काम नहीं करती हूँ. People used to tell me कि तुम creative नहीं हो, तुमसे तो कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा. They literally used to say this on my face. I mean, और उस वक्त पता है I haven't proved myself back then. So वो मुझे और डरा देता था कि क्या seriously मैं creative नहीं हूँ, और whether I will not be able to do it. Basically they've taken my confidence like this, ज़मीन पर डाला and just crushed it. So it is 2016 December, I remember, when I stopped smiling. I remember मैं खाना नहीं खाती थी. I used to go office like कुछ जो मिलता था पहन के चली जाती थी. I never used to put liner or even lipstick for that matter. और मैं एक glamorous industry में काम करी थी. I was working in a radio industry. कुछ नहीं. And I remember it was December, बहुत सर्दियां होती हैं लखनऊ में. So मैं ऑफिस से काम करके आती थी. मेरे जैसा इंसान हीटर के सामने बैठ के सिर्फ 4-4 घंटे दीवारें देखता रहता था. I don't know कि how I overcame that phase of my life. My parents were they were horrified, they were scared, they have never seen me like that before. मतलब उन्हें समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था what is wrong with me. My parents were very understanding. They used to talk to me, but I never, you know, when you're in that frame, I think, Rajika, you don't feel like talking. Because तुम्हें खुद को प्रूव करना है, तुम्हें अपनी मेंटल हेल्थ अपलिफ्ट करनी है, तुम्हें वहां के लोगों से लड़ना है रेगुलरली, यू नो, पीपल हु आर वर्किंग विद यू, हु आर योर कलीग्स, यू हैव टू फाइट विद देम फॉर योरसेल्फ. It's not easy when you want to make a mark in the society, I think. So वो एक मतलब मेरा बस ये था कि मुझे वहां से निकलना है, बट मेरे पास वो कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रहा था. मुझे लग रहा था कि व्हाट इफ हर जगह ऐसा हुआ तो, क्योंकि इवेंचुअली ऐसा कहते हैं ना कि फर्स्ट थिंग विल मेक एन इम्प्रेशन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. So that first job made an impression of the corporate world in the manner कि मैं नौकरी नहीं करना चाहती थी. मुझे लगा कि मुझसे कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा. I'm a failure. I have failed terribly, and I think I'm not meant for the stage and mic and, you know, the upfront job. I started feeling that way. So, but then eventually one day my hard work actually paid me off when somebody called me from Radio Mirchi, and he knew. I mean, I gave a lot of time. मैं हर जगह इंटरव्यू जा करके देती रहती थी, कॉन्स्टेंटली इंटरव्यूज देती थी, कॉन्स्टेंटली आरजे लिंक्स रिकॉर्ड करती थी. भले ही वो कभी ऑन एयर नहीं गए, बट मैं रिकॉर्ड करती थी. I think I have 2000 some links जो कभी ऑन एयर ही नहीं गए. You know, it was just for my practice. तो एक दिन उन्होंने वो लिंक सुने, मैंने उनको भेजे थे, and he called me up and he said कि तू तो आरजे बनना चाहती थी, तो आरजे क्यों नहीं है तू? मैंने कहा कि वो बना नहीं रहे. तो उन्होंने कहा कि क्यों नहीं बना रहे हैं? तो मैंने कहा कि शायद लायक नहीं समझते मुझे उसके. तो he said कि आरजे बनाऊंगा, पैसे भी ज्यादा दूंगा, लखनऊ शहर दूंगा, रेडियो मिर्ची स्विच करेगी. I'm like, boss, you send me the offer, I'm coming.
Right.
And I think that changed my life. Because, you know, somebody when shows confidence in you, वो तुम्हें ऐसा बूस्ट करता है ना. एक होता है ना that you get that boost in yourself, your ego boost you get when somebody else, you know, on a higher level is placing confidence in you, that, you know, you can do it. So actually that happened, and then here I am.
That's right. So I also want to know more about the mental health aspect, right? Because of course we are here to talk about how you actually did cope with all that negativity. So as you rightly said, you know कि जब एक इंसान कोई भी थोड़ा सा एक कॉन्फिडेंस दिखा देता है, तो अपने अंदर एक अलग सी कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाती है. दैट्स लाइक, यू नो, एक बहुत ट्रस्ट सा बैठ जाता है कि वो देख कुछ तो है मेरे अंदर जो दूसरा इंसान देख रहा है. You know, where they are trying to just, you know, being there to support me. So how did you actually cope up with all that negativity that you were going through? You said कि आप काफी ज्यादा एक ऐसे फेज में चले गए थे, where you just come back home, you know, stare at the walls, not talk to people. How did you push away from that phase? What did you do?
So when everything was happening, I had no friends in the city because everybody has moved out. So I was all alone. ये मेरा एक सबसे बड़ा disadvantage था, लेकिन मेरे पास सबसे बड़ा advantage मेरी family थी. Because they understand me so much. They have supported me till date. They are supporting me in every decision I take. So my papa was constantly there for me. Matlab, you know, he used to drop me to office every day, and he used to keep feeding me with the word of motivations कि नहीं कोई बात नहीं, अभी नहीं है. They're not realizing. They will recognize your work. They will recognize your hard work. So मेरी family का मुझे बहुत support था. In fact, वो मुझे जिस भी पॉसिबल वे में अपलिफ्ट कर सकते थे, मेरा मूड चीयर अप कर सकते थे, उन्होंने किया. माय फैमिली इज द बिगेस्ट रीजन आई एम एबल टू, यू नो, कोप अप विद दैट, यू नो, विद दैट फेज ऑफ माय लाइफ. क्योंकि अगर पापा नहीं होते तो शायद मुश्किल था. मैंने मेरा पहला रेजिग्नेशन मेरे पापा के कहने पे ही लिखा था, बिकॉज आई वाज सो स्कैर्ड. मेरे अंदर हिम्मत नहीं थी कि मतलब अभी 3 महीने हुए नौकरी के, पहली नौकरी है, मैं रिजाइन कर दूं, छोटी सी इंडस्ट्री है रेडियो, वेयर विल आई गो, you know? Matlab, it might just ruin my career for my entire life. So papa one day came to me and he said कि निकालो नोटपैड और लिखो रेजिग्नेशन, लिखो जो जो तुम्हारे दिल में है. एंड उस रेजिग्नेशन में मैंने एक एक बात लिखी थी जो उन लोगों ने जैसा मुझे ट्रीट किया था, मैंने उनको ये तक लिखा था that this is no way to treat a human, especially a freshly someone who's just freshly out of college with dreams, aspiration, goals. This is not the way you have to behave, you should behave. So I think I've written everything. मैंने भड़ास निकाली थी उस resignation letter में अपनी, that you shouldn't do that. तो I would say कि किसी ना किसी का आपके पास होना बहुत जरूरी है राधिका. If you have someone you can talk to ना, if you're not going if you're going through a rough patch in your life, I think you should talk to your friends. एक कोई दोस्त होगा ऐसा, पापा मम्मी बहन भाई, आई एम श्योर एक ना एक बंदा आपकी लाइफ में ऐसा जरूर होता है जिससे आप you can do that heart to heart conversation. उस वक्त वो conversation बहुत जरूरी है. Because अगर तुम सब अंदर रखोगे ना, so you will not be able to take it because it's too much to handle. It will be so heavy, your heart will be so heavy कि मतलब जिंदगी बहुत heavy लगती है. And once you will just pour out everything out of your mouth, life will be light. And that feeling is very important. It's very important to talk.
That is something we as mental health professionals really promote. So, I'm very happy that this is something that you kind of did and you spoke to people. बहुत बार हम ऐसा करते हैं कि हम बात ही नहीं करते हैं. सब कुछ हमें लगता है दूसरा नहीं समझेगा. We are all alone. They don't know. ऐसी feelings आती हैं कि I am the one who's going to office. How would anybody else understand unless they go through that feeling and things like that. So, where you very rightly said, अगर उस समय आपके dad आपके साथ नहीं होते, right, things would have not been what they are. So this is exactly
impossible.
Right. This is exactly what we are trying to propagate here. So if anybody who's listening to this conversation and you just want to just talk it out, words really help. So if you don't have anybody in your life, if you're not close to your parents or something, go talk to a therapist.
Exactly.
The therapist is literally trained to do that.
Exactly. And now I think now we are becoming so open to mental health that I feel really nice about it, Rajika. Matlab, earlier therapists and people used to feel bad about it. Matlab, visiting a therapist was a bad thing, but it's not. You need it in this world of I'm sorry, but it's such a negative time right now that you need to talk to a therapist if you don't have anybody. मतलब अंदर तो please, whoever is listening to this conversation, do not keep anything inside you. It's very important for you to open up to anyone. If you have no one, talk to a therapist. But talk.
Right. It really helps. So this is us, talking from personal experience, and I am talking from both sides. Also as a therapist and also somebody who takes therapy. And I know how liberating it is personally. So, on that note, Harshita, so you told us what exactly happened and how did you come to Radio Mirchi, and then how did you actually become RJ Harshi, as you're popularly known. So after you did become a good name, people used to wake up early. I remember you had the morning slot on radio, television, and I knew personally of people who would wake up in the morning to listen to you. Right, I remember those times. So, and I also remember personally when it was your first day of show and you had sent a message that, hey, I'm going to be live and tune in and something like that. ऐसे करके एक message आया था. And, I think so many people from school, we all tuned in and we were like, oh my God, so cool. One of our classmates is actually on radio and she's the one who's hosting it. So, all the good sides apart, it's all good and rainbow. It's sounding very nice. It's sounding, like a brilliant place to be. So were there any downsides in this position as well? What were the bad aspects, things we've never spoken about?
Yes, there were. So it sounds very cool, very exciting. Ki bhai, entertainment industry, celebrities coming in, taking interviews, recording properties, making videos. It sounds very interesting, but it comes with a cost. And the cost is कि हर इंसान की life में there are ups and downs in your personal life. There have been times जब see यार हर इंसान की जिंदगी में दुख होता है, right? And me as an entertainment personality on radio, अगर मैं अपना दुखड़ा गाने लगूंगी रेडियो में तो यार सुनने वाला बंदा तो और डिप्रेस हो जाएगा ना, और परेशान हो जाएगा और सैड हो जाएगा. So मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी नो मैटर व्हाट आई हैव टू मेक माय लिसनर हैप्पी. और
हम्म,
उस चक्कर में क्या होता था कि कई बार ऐसा होता था कि मेरी मान लो घर पे लड़ाई हुई या फिर मेरी किसी पर्सनल रिलेशंस की वजह से मेरी किसी से लड़ाई हुई है. आई रिमेम्बर कि आई वॉज क्राइंग, मेरा लिंक आ रहा था. तो जो भी रेडियो पे आरजे बोलता है उसको लिंक कहते हैं. तो मेरा लिंक आ रहा था. आई यूज टू स्विच ऑन द माइक. आई एम लाइक 98.3 मिर्ची मिर्ची सुनने वाले ऑलवेज खुश. द मोमेंट आई स्विच ऑफ द बटन आई यूज टू क्राई. मतलब I am crying and you'll never get to know that I'm crying. And dealing with that emotion that if you're crying, you're going all chirpy again, that you're sobbing, and then you're like 98.3 mirchi mirchi sunne wale always khush. And that statement, when you end it, you're like, you're crying again. Because you don't, it's your job, right? It's your job. So basically conquering over your sad emotion to make the world happy was very challenging. मतलब initially, because तुम किसी को सुना नहीं सकते कि तुम रो रहे हो, क्योंकि वहां पे वो एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए आ रहा है. That's an entertainment spot. You
right,
can't cry.
right.
And sometimes you can, but that is when you are referring to them, because eventually it's your job to make them happy and you have chosen that job. So I can't do injustice with that job by making my listeners sad. So no matter what was going on in my personal life, I never let that affect my job of making people or of making others happy. So I think that was one challenging role of being a jock.
I think you've done it brilliantly because, yeah, I have tuned into multiple of your shows, and I have also seen multiple of your clips on Instagram where you are popularly known as again RJ Hershey, and there is so many series happening there, and I have seen your content, and I'm sure our listeners have also seen you, known you. So I somehow, it's very difficult for me to actually imagine, let's say, a opposite side of the whole nice and chirpy RJ Hershey that we hear on air or we see on Instagram, who's always smiling and
Yeah,
laughing and, like giving us nice quality laughs on content and stuff like that. So,
that's not how it is.
yeah,
Nobody put up their failures, nobody put up the tears, nobody put up their sad face on Instagram. So don't ever assume any personality जैसा आप Instagram पे उसको देखते हो, that's not the reality.
right. I think yahi was one of the reasons why I approached you for this conversation. So recently I saw Instagram pe you had put out some screenshots of some of the hate comments you received on, like some, let's say, not very nice people. I wouldn't, like there's some people who
Yeah.
thought it was fine to call you out on things which were not very appropriate.
Yeah.
So, what is your view on hate comments from being somebody who's on the receiving side of them?
So initially राजिका मुझे ना बहुत ज्यादा अफेक्ट हो जाती थी मैं उन कमेंट से, उन हेट कमेंट से. मतलब मेरा मेंटल पीस वेंट फॉर अ टॉस फॉर अ रियली लॉन्ग टाइम, कि मुझे लगता था कि वो ऐसे कैसे बोल सकता है. एंड लोग लिखने से पहले ये नहीं सोचते हैं कि सामने रिसीविंग एंड पे भी एक इंसान है जिसके पास दिल है, इमोशंस हैं और फीलिंग्स हैं. तुम किसी को गाली दोगे या कुछ बुरा लिखोगे तो वो एक इंसान को ही तो बोल रहे हो ना, उसको भी बुरा लगेगा. they don't understand when they write. And मुझे इनिशियली बहुत गालियां आती थी अगर तुम कुछ जरा सा वैसा कंटेंट बना दो which is against the majority, or if you're a if you're a leftist, suppose, and if you make something against right wingers, you're going to get blah 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 hate comments like anything. If you make something on religion, if you make something on anything, I would say, क्योंकि देखो जिसको hate comment देना है वो देगा. तुम अच्छा
Mm-hmm.
बनाओ बुरा बनाओ उसको कोई मतलब नहीं है. उसका काम है
Right.
आकर के, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, स्क्रीन पे टट्टी करके जाना, और वो करेगा. तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. एंड इनिशियली मुझे बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हुई है इस चीज की वजह से, क्योंकि रिसीविंग अ हेट कमेंट सुनने में लगता है कि अरे हेट कमेंट है. जिसको पढ़ता है ना उससे पूछो, माँ बहन की गालियां, पता नहीं क्या स्लैंग्स यूज करेंगे. मतलब they will insult you like anything. I remember I made my first ever review. I used to do movie reviews for Radio Mirchi, and I made a review of Firangi, जो कपिल शर्मा की एक फिल्म आई थी, and the film was not really good, to be very honest. Okay, so I always give a very honest review, and उसी के लिए people used to know me. She will give you the
Right.
honest review. So मैंने day one से वो image create करके ही चलने की कोशिश की थी कि I will always give you an honest review. It's a good film, it's a good film. It's a bad film, it's a bad film. So I think I said few things about the film, and Kapil Sharma fans, they have trolled me like anything. That first video reached about 4 million views. My dad was reading the comment, and he came to me in the kitchen in the morning, and he said कि comments मत देखना, ध्यान मत देना उन पर ज़्यादा, because he was reading all the comments which people were writing and they were all galis. So you know, मेरे लिए वो situation पहली बार थी और उसको deal करना, handle करना was just, eventually I had to ask people to pull that off because मैं ले ही नहीं पाई. I couldn't take the galis. I'm like, just pull that off. Just pull that video off. Don't put it out now. एक डाल दिया है, उसको हटा देते हैं. Because मुझे इतना बुरा लग गया. But then धीरे धीरे अब तो मुझे 4 साल होने वाले हैं since I'm creating content. So अब तो मुझे आदत हो गई है. कोई मुझसे बोलता है ना 50 रुपए काट इसकी ओवर एक्टिंग का, मैंने कहा काट ले यार, तू खुश हो जा. So generally people comment like that, you know, 50 रुपए काट इसकी ओवर एक्टिंग का, मैंने कहा तू काट ले, तू खुश हो जा. Somebody gives me a gali, I'm like, thank you, with a smiley. You know, that's how I started dealing with the hate comments. यार bro, वही ना गांधी जी कि मैं हिंसा नहीं करूंगी. I will smile and answer your hate comments. Sometimes I do not respond to the comment, and sometimes I really make the other person feel that, you know, you're not doing the right
good
thing.
Right. So they must have actually impacted your mental health also, I feel.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, in the starting and also now, even though, you know, you're sounding very brave and being ki, I would respond with a smile and, you know, it's okay, it doesn't matter, you do whatever you want to do. But कहीं ना कहीं बुरा तो लगता है.
यार बुरा भी लगता है, और पता है, you become very selective for your own content. Because when you are writing a content, तुम्हारे दिमाग में वो hate comments चल रहे होते हैं कि अगर मैंने ये joke crack किया तो क्या पब्लिक इसका ऑफेंड ले लेगी, क्या वो ऑफेंड होके मुझे गाली बक देगी, क्या वो मेरी वीडियो को डिसलाइक कर देगी, क्या वो मुझे अनफॉलो कर देगी. सो एक हेट कमेंट्स गेट सो मेनी थॉट्स इन योर हेड, इट एक्चुअली अफेक्ट्स योर राइटिंग. When you are writing, your comments are going on in your head. That's what happens with me, because I write my own content, and I know that when I'm writing my own content, it just gets to my head and just, you know, pins me. Nahi Harshita, you can't write this joke, people will get offended. But now, as I told you, ki it's been 4 years that I have been creating content, so time teaches you a lot of things, you know, and one of them is handling all these things which you are dealing with. So eventually अब मुझे उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, मतलब to be very honest, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, मतलब I avoid. Of course, I read each and every comment on my post. That's the reality. Every creator does that. Every creator read each and every comment on their post, because that's what they are earning. You know, the comments are the earnings. But if there is a hate comment, or if there is someone who is trying to you know, trying to abuse me, or trying to put me in a position where I don't want to be, I just ignore. Because उसके अलावा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. तुम उनको समझाओगे, वो फिर गाली बकेंगे, तुम फिर समझाओगे, वो फिर गाली बकेंगे. इट्स अ प्रोसेस. एंड देन आई हैव डिसाइडेड इन माय लाइफ कि मुझे किस पे अपना समय बर्बाद करना है और किस पे अपना समय नहीं बर्बाद करना है. इफ यू डोंट लाइक अ पर्टिकुलर थिंग, गो आउट. तुम कमेंट में लिख दो कि मुझे ये चीज नहीं पसंद आई, प्लीज टेक केयर ऑफ इट, एंड द क्रिएटर विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट. ट्रस्ट मी, दे विल रिस्पेक्ट योर फीलिंग्स ऑलवेज, एवरी क्रिएटर. और अगर तुम जबरदस्ती गाली गलौज कर करके वो सब ठीक कराओगे, तो क्रिएटर विल जस्ट इग्नोर यू. लेट मी टेल यू दैट आई डू दैट. आई इग्नोर पीपल.
Right.
So
I think that's very important. I think you very rightly said in the middle, you know, किसके ऊपर आप अपना टाइम स्पेंड करोगे and किसके ऊपर बर्बाद करोगे, it's on you. So this is something that we also try to let's say instill in our clients when we are doing therapy. You know, बहुत बार ऐसा cases होते हैं, so and so ने ऐसा कहा, it made me feel bad, बॉस ने ऐसा करा, पार्टनर ने ऐसा करा, बच्चों ने ऐसा करा. So there are like a lot of these instances where, you know, somebody else did something and kind of makes you feel bad. And what we have to actually realize is that we are the ones who are giving them that much power to make us feel bad. Right? You have given so much power to your boss that he is able to make you feel that way. If you take that power away from him, he is just another person.
Yeah.
So having that realization Okay, and spending so much time with you, talking to you, listening to your side of this whole glamorous and very very demanding but very very cool radio industry. So we have almost come to the end of the conversation. So is there anything you want to say on an ending note? Any advice you want to give to our listeners? Anything you want to end this conversation with?
Yeah, I think because I've been working since last 4 years, I guess now, I would just want to say ki never ever compromise with your mental health, especially in a workplace. If you are not treated correctly or with respect or the way you should be treated in a workplace, please leave that workplace. Please leave that workplace, because in any which ways तुम उससे कभी grow नहीं कर पाओगे, क्योंकि they will never let you feel good about yourself. And लाइफ में ग्रो करने का, करियर में ग्रो करने का, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है that you should know your worth. You should know what are you, who are you, where you stand. And
Right.
if you know that, तुम्हें ग्रो करने से कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता. एक बहुत बड़ा ब्रांड है, बट इफ यू आर ट्रीटेड लाइक शिट, देयर इज no way you're staying back in that workplace, because that workplace is shit, which is making you feel that you are a shit, because no, you're not. Instead, go to a place where you're respected, where you are celebrated, and trust me, you will see a drastic growth in your own self. I have realized, I have suffered, and I don't want people to suffer because of this. I always tell them that if your mental peace is getting affected by anyone, please just chuck them out of their life. चाहे वो काम हो, वो बंदा हो, वो बंदी हो, वो कोई भी हो. Just do not compromise with your mental health. Because अगर ये सही है ना, if it's in the right place, you are going to conquer the world.
Right. I think इसी note पे MSC, I'd like to talk about this because something that I have done personally. So we have launched our whole range of merchandise very recently. Okay, and in the merchandise that we have designed, there is a T-shirt that says "I will be there for myself." Okay, so like the T-shirt that was there from Friends, where it's like "I'll be there for you."
Be there for you. Yeah.
Right, and we always tend to do that. It's also a part of our culture. It's also how you've grown up. We're always putting others' needs on over ours, be it our bosses, our parents, our family, our friends, our siblings, anybody. It's always them over us in most of the cases that we've grown up with. And sometimes, as you said, it's time to take a stand. It's time to revolutionize this thought. It's time to actually just take a stand for your own mental health. So keeping that in mind, we came up with this very cool shirt called "I'll be there for myself." And it gives a little bit of a boost that sometimes we need. So
100%.
on that note, thank you so much, Harshita, for coming and joining us on MHC, talking to us, telling us all about this whole nice journey of yours. And we wish you the very, very best of luck for all your
Thank
future
you.
endeavors.
Thank you. And thank you so much for inviting me, Rajika, because if my experiences can help someone getting a better life, I'm always there.
We hope so. We hope that is what happens. We hope our listeners are inspired. And, if even one person considers talking to somebody or leaving a toxic workplace or just standing up for themselves and their mental health, I think the goal is achieved.
Yes, we won.
So, on that note, to any of our listeners, if you have any comments, hopefully nice, if you have any nice comments to say, if you have anything to portray, if you have any struggles to share, any experiences to share, please do mention in the comments below or on our Instagram page or any of our social media handles, and we will get in touch with you. If you have anything to say to Harshita or RJ Hershey, you can also put that in the comments below, and we will definitely send all your comments and wishes to her personally. So, on that note, this is me, Radhika, and Harshita here tuning off. And thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us on this conversation. And hopefully, we'll see you again next week.